Laning against Battle Panther top lane is kind of like laning against the top lane textbook. He knows exactly what he needs to do, and he never make mistakes.
I think Appy is the third best top laner in the league. I think he's improved so much since Split 1. He used to just be like a auto push bot.
My playstyle is completely different. I quite want to see what he can do on my non-stopping attack on the top lane.
I feel like I'm like the Floyd Mayweather of League of Legends. I'm a negative player. I literally don't do anything and he loses to himself.
I think he will back to his combo champion very soon.
I'm expecting just super high pressure laning champs so he can try to generate pushing leads or CS leads.
I'm pretty ready and I know I'm reformed. Everything is upgraded, so you need to be really careful of me in the lane.
I just can't wait to play it, to be honest.
Pabu has become a jungler. I would say my respect for him has increased.
Jungling against Barbip doesn't really feel like anything. He plays the game really slowly, he doesn't put any pressure on you. He's trying to make optimal decisions, but he makes them 3 waves too late. I have total freedom, and I should put him in the bin.
I just feel like I have an edge over him in most aspects of just the game. So it's going to be interesting to see who plays that role better.
I don't think playing against Babbitt brings us that many challenges. He just wants to play the game properly for his team. He wants to be the role player. He wants to, smash all his camps, hit the objective on time. So there's nothing that ever really surprises you about what he's doing.
As a team, we're just going to micro them, out skirmish them. If we win early game, it's going to be over for them instantly.
He's 10 times to play. He usually is on Nidalee, but if you don't walk into that champion, he's just going to be some simple 80 bruiser that is where his team needs to be.
He fills the role of that player that sets his carries up, right? And I've been doing that my entire career pretty much. That's my forte, so...
I'll be able to make a mockery of his side lanes while he's just hitting his camps.
He's had his turn to go to Worlds, it's my turn now.
I would say that Chaz and I are pretty similar in how we play. We're both confident that we will be able to outscale our opponent. If I'm being brutally honest, I consider him one of the people you want to avoid in solo queue because there's a big inter. Over time, he's definitely improved an insane amount.
I think the laning against Tally is not that different from a lot of the other mid laners, but I think that he's got a pretty good fundamental understanding of the game. He doesn't look for risky trades and take dumb fights that he doesn't need to.
I'm pretty confident because we also share the same champion pool. Even though he's a traditional mid player, he does play a lot of the melee mids. He plays the assassins like me. I think that it'll be a pretty full on early game with mids just roaming non-stop.
We'll basically exclusively play Bruiser champs and/or TF Rise and maybe Galio, the roaming ultimate type champions. His pool doesn't go much past that, so I'll just match what he does and perform better on it.
My wave control in this series will be really, really important. I think that base timings are also going to be really important because we're both going to be playing double TP mid laners in almost every single game. The mid 3v3, jungle, mid and support is going to be what decides the series, honestly.
If he chooses to stop me from moving, then he should die for it. He's very good at the easy parts of mid lane, but the more advanced things, doesn't have that understanding just yet. He's good, but not as good as me, so there it is.
Laning versus Violet and Aladoric, you definitely feel like you're versing different players compared to every other bot lane in the region. I think they're extremely aggressive. They will skill check you at every turn they get, but me and Mark, I think we're a lot better out of lane. If we're not substantially behind before level 5, then this game should be in our hands.
I think laning against Brave I wouldn't say it's particularly hard. He's not a player that tends to wants to punish you hard. He's kind of just sitting back, chilling under his turret, bring the Pablo to gank his lane.
Laning against Violet is different to all the other AD carries. He's definitely the most punishing. If you screw up a few sequences and a few recalls, then he's the one who's going to punish you the most in the CS department.
It all depends up to Predative. If he wants to get 3-0'd, he's gonna be picking stuff off of Aphelios. If he wants to play Varus, Ashe, Ezreal. If he wants to put up more of a fight, he can do it himself. He can just whip out the Aphelios and hopefully it'll be a much more interesting game.
He still doesn't trust his teammates on stage, so I think when I go up against him, he'll probably do the same thing and he'll choke and he won't do what he's supposed to do. I don't feel the need to counter whatever he's doing because I think at the end of the day, it won't matter. As long as I'm doing what I need to do, then I'm better than him. We'll come out on top at the end of the day, 100%.
competitive, Mr. Mark Lewis. I hope you have more than one 80 carry pick ready. Otherwise, you're gonna get turbo stomped.
I just need you to remember that there's always next year.